Good afternoon. Just coming off a hard-fought game that I know that two teams was very, very familiar with one another because of both coaching staff had the opportunity to work with each other. So we knew it was going to be a tough battle. They got a great football team that they got going up there. They were in first place right there, so we knew we had our challenges. But, you know, I do take my hat off to our student athletes coming out and executing at a high level. And I've always said when our guys are executing at a high level, I like our chances. Now you're moving forward to another tough opponent, of course, for Southern University. You're talking about Alcorn Braves. But we look forward to this weekend right here and just getting prepared for a great challenge for us.
Coach, after looking at film of the game, what did you see that happened in the second half? I know you've talked about how you just did what you were doing better, but what else did you notice that you didn't see while watching the game?
Well, you know, some of the critical errors that we didn't get in the first half that was there, I think those guys came back and saw what we need to do to make those adjustments. We didn't really wait to halftime to make the adjustments. We kind of make it throughout the game, and those guys saw that. But once we got in for halftime, we were able to hone in those things right there, and I think the guys came back out and executed at a high level.
Coach, Bashawn McCray, what happened? The first three games obviously looks like a new player, obviously learning a new system and what have you. That's understandable. The last two games, he said 10 incompleted passes. That's it, and all the passing that he's done. And he's scoring all the touchdowns, and he's the leading rusher in as far as quarterbacks in the SWAC, and the sixth leading rusher was going into that game. What happened to him to make him turn around just so quickly like that, to have those two big games and be named newcomer of the week this week?
I think time and I think maturity level, you know, as he get comfortable with the offense. We thought he had a good grasp of the offense, but now I think it slowed down for him, and he can see it as we go. And the more snaps that he get, I think the better he's going to become. I think what we did this year here, coming out the very first game, and that's a mistake on my part right there. We only played in one quarter, which we should have played in the whole game. You know, I guess things tell you not to do it because you talk about injury, but you can't play like that. You got to play football. This is a contact sport, and know that any given day that something can happen. I think we just didn't play him long enough the first game for him to get into some type of rhythm. So now once he gets to the second and third game, he can find his niche.
Coach, how did you see August Pete finally in the breakout game?
That was excellent to see that. You know, we see it every day in practice. I think the opportunity presented itself on Saturday, and he showed up just what we expected. You know, we got to get him going. I got to do a better job in the play calling is getting him the ball because he's an explosive athlete.
What is it about this team that y'all play a lot better in the second half? Is it the conditioning? Is it just a mindset? Is it scheming?
Well, you know, I've been saying it for a long time. I think we are probably the best well-conditioned team, period. That's what I believe in because I know the things that our strength coach has been doing. He's done an excellent job since he's been here. But I think more I don't know what it is, but I hope we can get that start in the beginning and play for a whole 60 minutes. But the guys are doing a great job. We make adjustments. Coaches make adjustments throughout the game, and I think the guys make sure that they are coachable, and we make those corrections.
Do you feel like other teams are getting tired and you guys have an extra burst in the second half?
I don't know if they're getting tired because just for this year here, we haven't ran a lot of tempo that how we're accustomed to doing. We're going fast, but not as fast as we would like to go. I just think we understand that we got to play for 60 minutes, and I try not to see what other teams are what they're lacking, but just making sure that our team are prepared to finish.
Coach, Rudy Dyson came here, and I think he came here as a defensive back. Did you make that switch because of numbers, or did you see something in him that made you want to put him on offense where he might be more significant?
No, I was expecting him to come and be a defensive player for us. I was trying to get more guys on that defensive side of the ball, and he did go through the spring and had a pretty good spring. But, you know, when the spring season was over with, we had an opportunity to look at some tape. And all his high school tape, we watched his college tape, and most of that was defensive back. But we watched his high school tape, and he was an exciting offensive player. He played both sides of the ball, but I thought he made more plays on the offensive side. So we had a conversation, and he agreed to it, and we just took a chance.
And he had a breakout game the other night. He caught 5 balls. He looked like he and Bashawn had some chemistry going.
Absolutely. He's been doing well for us. You know, he's a guy that understands what we're looking for. He played quarterback at some point as well, so he's going to understand the whole offense. But he's doing a great job, and I think he has not come into his own yet, but he's playing some exciting football.
When you look at Alcorn on film, what jumps out at you?
Well, you know, first of all, you got to know the culture of that team. They're accustomed to winning, regardless of what type of season they may have had. But you can see that they're coming. Their defense is fast. I mean, I think they fly around, they make plays, and offensively they can run the football. And now the quarterback has gotten adjusted to their system, and now last game he was able to throw the football. So we know it's going to be a challenge. They're a team that comes in with a winning pedigree, has an excellent coach that I call a veteran in this conference.
Do you feel the first task of shutting it down is containing that running back power?
You know, he, by being the coach that McNary is, he understands that folks are going to try to load the box. So, of course, they're going to game plan to be, I guess, balanced. So we just go in. We don't go in and just try to shut down one thing. That's just a normal thing, I think, for all football coaches to say, shut down the run. It just sounds so good. I think it's a cliche. Everybody uses it. I just think we got to be able to stop the offense and get off the field on third downs and continue to play disciplined football.
What's the status of Jordan Lewis moving forward?
He looks good. He looks good the other day running. So we moving forward. Here go those injuries again, but he's going to be all right. He'll be ready to go.
What's it mean to have a guy like Kelvin Gibbons be able to step up?
Wow, that's a huge surprise because you talk about a freshman. You don't anticipate a freshman coming in to play, especially now that you have the transfer portal. You know you can go get guys that are older, but that's a pleasant surprise, a great surprise. But you know, the young man was the MVP of his district in Shreveport, so you got to expect some of those things.
Does he play like a veteran? I mean, you stuck him in there, I think, in the first game. He was showing that in camp, all through camp.
Absolutely. He's a guy that, you know, he kind of reminds me of Dumas' first year. Dumas was a guy that you would have to ask him if he was a freshman, because his play and the way he goes about his business, studying film, and, you know, the things that he do, you wouldn't expect him to be a freshman. But that's the type of guys you want to recruit, guys that come in and have that passion and want to be a student of the game.
And Trey Lang looked like he hurt his wrist at the end of the game. What is his status this week? Is he going to be available?
He's good to go. He didn't hurt a wrist. He had a finger that had been a little banged up maybe a couple of weeks back, and he just bruised it again. But Trey Lang, he'll be ready to go.
Does it feel like Cornelius Dyson has emerged as one of Deshaun's main go-to targets?
Well, he's one of the targets. I don't want Bichon to have one target. I want him to have several targets, but he's a big target and a presence in that middle and does some good things for us. So he's coming around. I think all our receivers are getting that chemistry now as we continue to move forward, but he is a main target.
Coach, you're well aware that this Alcorn game is huge. I mean, Southern went a long time without beating them, and beat them last year, but are you expecting like atmosphere like y'all haven't seen this year yet?
Well, you're talking about when Alcorn come to town or you go there. I'm very, very familiar with this rivalry, so I know it's going to be a great College Day atmosphere, and that's what we look forward to. When you talk about playing in the Southwestern Athletic Conference, which we call the SWAC, we expect excitement games like that.
Well, Coach, let me ask you what you make of the dispute between Eddie Robinson and Deion Sanders as far as who's SWAC and who's not SWAC. What are your thoughts on that, what went on between those two?
Well, I would never know because I was probably in Louisiana or Texas, so I really don't know. And the thing that took place, I'm pretty sure it all worked itself out. I try not to get into certain things. I'm just I guess I got that tunnel vision. I just look straight ahead, and right now the only thing that's on my mind is Alcorn.
Any other questions? Thank you, Coach.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Coach. You gonna bro hug Deion?
Chandler, you got your questions in? Yep.
You only need to be interviewed. He probably prefers Rudy.
Now introducing Cornelius Dyson. Questions are open for Cornelius.
You prefer Rudy, don't you?
Rudy, yeah.
All right.
Wait, hold on, so you prefer Rudy?
Yeah,
They thought you were two different people.
No, it's all good.
Okay.
Are there any other nicknames we should be aware of?
No, just Rudy. Just Rudy.
Y'all ready? Yep. Well, Rudy, you seem like you got some chemistry going with Bashan, and you had a big game the other night. Tell us about that and how you've come along with that.
My coaches have been pushing the agenda that that all the receivers develop a great relationship with the quarterbacks. All of them, not just Bashan, Bubba, Blood, Noah, Chris, like everybody. So all the receivers have made it our duty to have great relationships with all the QBs.
How have you seen Sean grow the last couple of weeks?
I've just seen him get, like Coach Dooley said, I've just seen the game slow down for him. We have become more comfortable in our scheme, and I feel like the last few games we've been talking to each other more throughout the game and just been discussing what we're seeing. Like we having great communication during the game to see what the defense is giving us and taking what the defense gives us. So I just think communication with not just the coaches, the receivers too, as giving them that level of success.
After spring, when Coach presented you with the idea of switching to offense, were you all about it, or were you hesitant, or did you?
Of course, I was a little hesitant, but I believed in what Coach Dooley was doing. I knew he coached receivers basically his entire life, and I believed in what he was doing, and I believed in my coach, Coach Fosselman. I understand that he was a great receiver in the SWAC, and I got behind what those guys was doing, so I bought into it.
Did it take you long to catch up? Were you behind when you started, or did you think you caught up pretty quick?
Of course, it kind of took me a little time to catch up with the playbook, obviously, but as far as playing the position and knowing how to, catch or make a move, something like that, I feel like that was pretty much in me already, but I feel like Coach Fosselman and Coach Dooley have given me so many tips and so many gems to help me grow as a receiver and help me grow my game.
Well, what were the discussions like in the receiver room ever since that game against Texas Southern? Like what's kind of been the difference for y'all?
I really don't feel like it's been a difference. I just feel like it's been, I just feel like we have to control what we can control, and we've came together and said that if anybody else is not doing their job, we're going to do our job as the receivers. And when the coach say all the time, as the receiver, the team goes as the receivers go. So we're going to lead the team when we doing our job. Running off the ball, making blocks. Communicating with the quarterback. So we're going to do our job, and as we go, the team goes. So I feel like we've gotten a better relationship with all the receivers as far as that goes.
You know, quick,
How does your experience as a defensive back, make you a better wide receiver?
I know a lot of coverages, and I know the weak spots in the coverages and stuff like that, and I feel like I know a lot of techniques the DBs play, and that gives me an advantage. But that wouldn't matter if that wouldn't matter if I didn't have a quarterback who could give me the ball and coaches that could draw plays for me to be successful. So yeah, I feel like I had an advantage, but the biggest advantage is Coach Dooley, Coach Fosselman, Bashan, and Coach Williams too, quarterback coach too. So I feel like I got some pretty big coaches that give me the ball, and not just me, but the whole entire receiver room. So yeah.
Any more questions for Mr. Dyson?
Talk about playing Alcorn. I mean, this is your first year here, but you've got to know that the Alcorn game's a big one for Southern fans, the team and the program.
I watched the game last year when I was at Tulane, because Southern has always been like the big school, one of the big schools in Southern. So Louisiana. So I feel like the Alcorn game, everybody hears about Southern and Alcorn. It's either you beat Alcorn, go to the SWAC championship, and you beat Southern, you go to the SWAC championship. That's how it's been, and it was a great game last year. Southern came out on top, and I feel like it's going to be the same this year. And we just have to come out and play our game, play our brand of football, and I feel like we'll come out victorious.
Thank you.
All right.
Yo. Freshman sensation, Gilby Gibbons. Second game started as a true freshman. Last Saturday, he had 7 tackles, 2.5 tackles for loss, 1.5 sacks. The floor is open for Kelby.
Kelby, does this seem like it's all happening fast for you? Did you expect to enjoy this much success early on?
I'll say it was kind of expected. I put in a lot of work, and I'm just glad to have this opportunity.
When Coach was recruiting you, did he have an idea that you were going to make an impact this quickly? Did he tell you that? Or?
I'm not sure. I just knew I had to come in and put in the work and earn my spot. So that's pretty much it.
Mm-hmm.
Coach was just saying that you kind of remind him of Jason Dumas. How has Dumas kind of helped you get up to the learning curve?
He's helped me tremendously. He doesn't notice, but I watch how he acts. During practice and during in-season lifts, off-season lifts. I kind of want to model my game after him in a way.
How have the other guys in the defensive line helped you succeed? There's a lot of older guys and proven guys, but you're stepping in right away alongside them.
They helped me tremendously. We like to get Jalen Ivey is really the person who's helped me the most. We get in work after practice, every day. So.
What did it feel like to get that sack? It was a pretty crucial sack. It was a 3rd down. It stopped their drive. Can you describe your feelings and how you celebrated?
Yeah, I was telling myself before the play, this is what dreams are made. Make your dreams come true. It felt great because my teammates have been talking noise to me how I haven't had a sack yet. So, it felt great to get that one.
So you felt like it was coming on that play? Was there a particular scheme for you on that play?
No, just go beat your man. That's pretty much what it was.
What kind of things were your teammates saying to you? What do they say when they're kidding you about not having a sack?
I don't want to point no names out, but Jordan Lewis was the main one. Saying you're not gonna be better than me and stuff like that. No, just joking.
And that gets you going?
Yeah, trash talking gets me going definitely.
Is there a lot of that on the defense?
Amongst each other, but we don't really do a lot of talking to other teams.
In fun, it's all in fun.
All fun.
How much did you improve yourself? Like, did you come in the summer and work with the team in the weight room? And are you stronger than you finished your high school season?
Yeah, I think I improved tremendously. I'm a big person on work, and that's what I did. I got in a lot of extra work, and without that extra work, I definitely wouldn't be here right now. I'd probably be redshirted.
Has your brother's been watching over you pretty close?
Yeah, sometimes I have to get him to, come and help me put in some extra work, get him out the bed and stuff like that. But, just glad to have him here.
Any more questions for Mr. Gibbons? Thank you, Kelby.
Thanks, Kelby.
Next up, starting linebacker, Jalen Campbell. Jalen finished preview game with 10 tackles, the most on the team, and also the most in the game. Floor is open for Jalen.
How y'all doing?
Jalen, you're a newcomer. It seems like it's happening fast for you, too. You getting used to the defensive scheme? Is it made for you? Tell me about the defensive scheme and how you benefited from it.
Yes, sir. I love this scheme. It kind of remind me of high school when I played middle linebacker because, my last school I didn't really play middle linebacker. So I love this scheme and where they got me fitting it, and I get to fly around with my guys.
Why is it that you guys are just turning it up a notch in the second half? Is it adjustments? What exactly is it that plays so well in the second half of games?
Well, it's not even really just looking at just the second half. It's just the whole game and all, like execution. Like our execution has to be on point every play. So it's more not just we thinking about the second half, just every play.
Are y'all making adjustments?
Yes, sir. Every play. Every play. We talking every play. I'm talking to my Kelby, Trey. We talking every play. Every play.
I mean, defensive touchdowns have got to be kind of the standard now. Y'all got 5.
Gotta be. We trying to score every play just like the offense is. So, we trying to get that ball.
Stopping Prairie View, they were a pretty good running team. What was the game plan, especially, and what was especially effective after halftime?
Yeah, you could say, stopping the run was a big part of it, but it was really like, you take every play one by one rather than, we think they're going to pass this play, or it's just like whatever we see, we just got to execute it.
It looked like against their quarterback, he was a dangerous runner, but it looked like in the second half you were waiting for him, waiting for Kelby to flush him out of the pocket a couple of plays, and you were waiting for him and you stopped him. Was that something that y'all were hip to?
Yes, sir. It was before the half, and he had got away, and I was mad. I was real mad that play, and I was like, we got to get back. We got to get it back, and they ended up scoring the field goal, but I was like, that's the last time they scoring, So that was, he was a little dangerous. It was a little dangerous.
You were kind of tracking him?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Tell us about Kelby. Are you one of the ones that's been teasing him about not getting a sack?
Nah, I mean he been like that. So I mean I know he was gonna get one. I didn't even know that was his first sack.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that. I didn't even know. He been doing this in practice, so it wasn't nothing new to me. I've been seeing it.
So you have a lot of confidence in. Does he seem like he plays like an older player rather than a freshman?
For sure, he's not a freshman I have seen before. Like I came from JUCO, so I didn't see players like come in as freshmen. Like he got a different head on his shoulders.
What's going to be the key to containing Alcorn's offense?
Just execute and play hard and play our defense, and like you said, force turnovers.
I mean, how big of another opportunity is this to make another statement? I mean, you beat Prairie View this week, now you face the other top team in the Southwest. How big is this opportunity?
It's kind of personal for me because I'm a Mississippi guy, so I love playing against Mississippi teams. So this is gonna be, every game a big game. The next game the big game. So, it's just another game.
Do you have any friends on that team?
I have an old teammate. He's a starting safety there, actually.
Any trash talk between the two of you guys have then?
Nah, I ain't got nothing to say. I ain't got nothing to say to
Did
him.
Alcorn recruit you?
A little bit.
What about Valley and Jackson?
Valley, I didn't really hear much from Jackson State though, but Valley for sure.
Did you kind of like couple of those Mississippi schools, particularly when you were coming up? Follow them as a fan at all?
Not really. I mean, I watched what they did. I like what Jackson State going on. I love when Mississippi schools, like, they go up, you know what I'm saying? Like, because I'm a Mississippi guy, but, I'm Southern, so it doesn't matter at this point.
Sitting at the middle linebacker position, you're kind of calling out things in front of the rest of the defense. What have you noticed from Jordan Lewis and the way that he switches from, that outside linebacker position to the defensive line? How has that made your guys' defense better?
Well, first of all, as a leader, like, he's a great leader. Even with me, like, if I, like, go too fast, like, on a play, he'll be like, stay under control. Like, he's not, like, as a player, you know what he can do on the field, but like as a leader and like how he play around with us and he crack jokes with us, like that's the biggest thing for me. So, you know, our relationship has gotten better. I feel like the whole defense, like as time been going on, like through the summer and through this season, like everything's getting way better. Like, you know, we brothers for real. So, you know.
Any more questions for Mr. Campbell?
Has Jordan helped you the most from people you've learned from since getting here?
I feel like my whole D-line has helped me tremendously because we have a lot of older guys like Cam, Jalen, Jason, Jordan. They have all helped me, and they all like just tell me like don't overthink things, and you know this my defense and run the defense, you know. So, yeah.
Any more questions for Jalen? Thank you, Jalen.
Thank y'all.
Thank you, Jalen.